What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. Thank you all very much for dropping by, tuning in. Your boy, rocking the Itachi Japan shirt. Let's go. We got some reacts to do before we start today's stream, and there's quite a few of them. So let's check them all out. And for those of you that want me to react to anything specific in the future, go ahead and let your boy know. And in the comments, ooh, that's the first time I've seen like a long Pokemon Go reacts. It's usually like 30 seconds long or less. But yeah, for those of you dropping by, for those of you tuning in, much appreciated. Got questions, let me know. I'll be sure to respond as quickly as I can. Do that one last. We'll do World of Warcraft before that. But let me go get my headset and then we'll get started. We also have a lot to do. Aw, damn it. I had the right setting. There we go. We also have a lot to do in World of Warcraft tonight too, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead, get started with some reacts. If you want me to react to anything in the future, just go ahead. Again, let me know. If it's on a video post, social media, anything you want me to react to, just go ahead and let me know. Best if you can give me a link. Otherwise, just show me the name of the video, and I should be able to find it. What's up, everybody? Meet Jersey City's Pokemon Go community ambassadors. Now, I've seen one of these before. This one's just under 7 minutes long. I kind of like these videos. Again, I'm nostalgic for Pokemon Go content. I would love to play the game. I just don't have time. That's the issue. And you would think I have more time in the summer to do it. I might try to get back into it, but I don't know just yet. If you guys want to see it, you gotta let me know. But let's check it out. Oh, my bro, Akatsuki Clouds in the middle. He knows what's up.
My name is Wayne. I'm the community ambassador for Nutley, New Jersey. Our official group name is Essex County. We cover a multitude of areas in New Jersey. Community ambassador, it is what it sounds, right? We are leaders in our own community. Community ambassadors are nobody like special. We are regular people that drive our passion for the game, and we try to bring that passion out with the whole community so people can have fun again, so it could be like how it was in 2016. That is the biggest thing for us, and you can see the excitement alive, especially for events like this, for GoFest. It feels like the old days, and people get pumped for that. It's the best part about it. Shiny Flabébé! I was looking for this thing! Oh, let's go! I didn't even notice it. I saw the sparkle. I'm like, oh! That's it, man.
I missed this thing?
Actually through recommendation. I have been running events in my local community for a very long time. I've been a day one player. So I was just hammering away at events. I would do local community day events. I would do raid hour events. And we would average maybe like 10, 15 people every single time. Somebody that frequented some of the local NYC ambassadors requested it to me. They're like, hey, listen, you know, why don't you start your own community ambassador program application? This is what you're doing here. This is what it's all about. And I signed up, and we had most of the criteria already in the way, so we took off right from there, and I am going to be an ambassador officially a year on the 28th, which falls on the first day of GoFest Global.
That's a cool backpack, by the way.
The campsite feature really opens the door for such a great opportunity to really fill out your game board and like really get your community excited for a place to play, and especially if it's already a safe place, a place that you've already established.
I've never seen this. Maybe back in 2016, maybe 2017, but I've never seen this. It's like, well, and I know he's in a major city right now, so that's probably what helps. If I was to go to like the Santa Monica Pier, which was the banger back in the day. But man, the game's dead on my side.
That's huge, and I think it's going to be a bigger way to kind of push the community ambassador program and also keep the community engaged. from the moment it dropped, I had people on our Discord, on my text messages, just hitting me up, just super pumped up, like, oh my gosh, like, look at all these socks, look at all these shit. These weren't here before. What's going on? And I can say for an honest fact, since Friday, if you came here on GoFest 2025 and you came to Bryant Park, you saw the excitement. You saw the crowds of people just right here on this block alone. Campsite's a very welcome feature. It's going to be a very exciting feature, and it's definitely going to push the program further. I had a mom that reached out to me on her Instagram page, and it was very heartwarming. She sent out this I get a little teary-eyed thinking about it, because it's something we wanted to build. She reached out saying that, you know, she thanked me for having this community and having it in her backyard, because she had a lot of problems with her immediate family where they were having a lot of struggles. She explained how the game, it was a common ground for them, where they downloaded it together and they started going on these outings and started playing, and they ran into our group, and it turned into something much bigger for them, where you know, it became like an escape for them, and something where they came together, where they were butting heads in a lot of other areas in their lives. And she, long story short, she just said, we have bonded over this game, and we bonded with the community that we have here, and like, we met so many people, and it was such a heartfelt message, and we see it frequently. I get not even messages, but I have people telling me about it all the time, and that, at the core of it, that's what we love to see, because it's a game, but it's a community. These are friends. These are people that we see almost every day. I mean, there's events going on constantly, and that's such a beautiful thing. And I think
I want to play
for anybody is huge. It goes a long way. That moment of like victory where you take down a G-Max, a Charizard, and you're cheering.
I don't know that feeling. I'll let you know that right now. I don't even know, bro. I've done 3-star raids, that's it, and that's when they first came out. That's because I was able to solo that.
Feeling that feeling, and you're with all your friends, and you guys are celebrating each other. Nothing beats that. So it's really great. It's a wonderful thing. So and this game does that for us. This game is it's a part of our lives in such a great way. And that's a beautiful thing. And again, we're promoting a community sense of thing. I mean, the game aside, it's all about the community. And we just got a hundo over here. Who is it, Rob? Of course it's you, man. What is that, like your 4th one today? Yeah, he said. My second time attending. All right, man. Nice. Hey, man. Crossing my fingers. This is a big one, all right? And this is something that I think all trainers need to hear. A lot of people are coming into the game for the first time. Maybe you're returning after a long time. Take your time. Pace yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, right? Enjoy your journey with the game. Don't feel like you missed out. I think that's a common one. People feel like they come back into a game after a long time, and they may start feeling like, wow, I missed out on so much, or I'm not going to get this, or this is going to be difficult for me to catch up to. Just pace yourself. Have fun with the game.
That's what's good about Pokemon Go, is you can miss out on a lot. But at the end of the day, just play, and you'll eventually catch up and enjoy it.
Enjoy the journey with it, right? Nobody is like going to be better than anyone else. This is not that type of game. Everybody just plays different. There's different styles. So number one, enjoy it. Have fun. This is a game. It's a journey, and you got to enjoy yourself along the way. In terms of my community, we do a lot. There's a lot of behind-the-scene things, and if not for my immediate team, my support to really help me through that, it wouldn't be as big as they have been. You know, my events, because of how much we put in behind the scenes, our smallest events, we get about 200 to 300 people per event. Our last Gigantamax Machamp Day, we had 500 people, including the mayor of our township, there playing with us. This is a passion project, and the passion really is what drives it. But it gets people excited. It gets them, you know, it gets them really coming back and ready for more. So, and the goal at the end is just to like play this game, have fun, and make the most of it. And I'm very, very thankful to that. I'm thankful to the program. I'm very happy with this position, and I could see myself with this for a long time. And I speak for my community too, that I think we're all very happy to be a part of this. It's been huge for us, so hoping to keep it going. Come join you.
That's one hell of a scratch screen.
We'll meet you out there.
Ah, I gotta play again, man. I really do. Alrighty, everybody. Pokemon TCG Pocket Eevee Grove official trailer available June 26th. That is 2 days ago. I'm just not playing it. It's just because I've missed out on 2 sets already. I just can't get back into it right now. And I want to play a Pokemon game. Right now I don't have one in the rotation, and I'm thinking Pokemon Go might be a good game to like just fully immerse into. This I know I've seen already, by the way. Not this trailer, but I've seen the set. Best set by far. It's crazy, man. The set bangs. Wait, is that it? Oh. Alright, so we got Vape Nation, Jolt Squad. I hope they do 2 and 2 all the way. Jolteon over Vaporeon. They didn't do 2 and 2 all the way because it doesn't make sense, because this is the 3rd of the OG evolutions, and Flareon is my favorite of the 3 anyway, so. Espeon and Umbreon, I am not gonna lie, I am a fan of Umbreon, but it's extremely close. Umbreon and Espeon are both goated. And I'm comparing it just out of this gen, I'm not comparing it to the other ones. So yeah. Now this one, I love Espeon and Umbreon more than these 2, but these 2 are so cool as well. I think Glaceon over Leafeon. And then of course my favorite. It's such a good set. The cards besides the evolutions are good too. That's what's crazy. Do I play it again? You guys gotta let me know in the comments down below. Alrighty, everybody. We got another Beyond the Pokédex, and this time we have a crazy one. This is entry 384, and it's actually Rayquaza. Like, bro. We got a legendary.
Land versus sea, which is stronger? Or in legendary Pokemon terms, the continent Pokemon Groudon versus the sea basin Pokemon Kyogre. Which is more dominant?
Obviously, it's Groudon. It can keep on making more land with an eruption of fiery magma.
Well, that's the sound of water putting out that fire.
Groudon over Kyogre.
That's weird. It's from area code 384, but no city is listed.
That's because it's not an area code. It's Rayquaza's number in the Pokedex.
Maybe we should take this as a sign to drop this debate.
It lives up to its entry. It's just trying to keep the peace between them and us, apparently.
I like this series, and the other one. The other Pokédex.
And I'm Spruce.
Welcome to Beyond the Pokédex, where we talk about what makes each Pokemon unique, from 1 to 1,000 and beyond.
Today we're talking about quite possibly the coolest Pokemon ever. Don't tell Deoxys I said that. The legendary Pokemon Rayquaza.
It is said to have lived in the ozone.
It's Rayquaza. Not Rayquaza. It's Ray freaking Quaza, bro.
Lair for hundreds of millions of years. But only recently have we known of its existence because the sky-high Pokemon lives, well, sky-high.
And it's taken on a few forms. There's your regular awesome Rayquaza, measuring 23 feet and weighing in at 455.3 pounds.
How could you miss Rayquaza slithering through the sky?
There's also the super slick black Rayquaza.
Dark as night.
Then there's Mega Rayquaza, which is a whopping 35.5 feet long and 864.2 pounds. And Mega Rayquaza is currently the only Pokemon known to Mega Evolve without a Mega Stone.
How does it do it?
It eats meteorites, and they give it all the force it needs to Mega Evolve.
Dang, and I'm over here trying to make protein shakes work for me.
And that isn't the only unique trait that sets Rayquaza apart. It's the only Pokemon that can use the move Dragon Ascent, and it's also the only Pokemon with the ability Airlock.
Which means it nullifies the weather on the battlefield for everyone. Maybe that's why Groudon and Kyogre feared so much. Land or sea, Rayquaza has nothing.
I never thought about that, not gonna lie.
The weather in Hoenn in Pokemon Emerald. To make it happen, you first...
I feel so stupid. I've never. Wow.
Have to head to Sky Pillar to find Rayquaza.
That's why I like this
Then,
stuff.
in classic form, Rayquaza will break up a fight between Groudon and Kyogre, and poof, the weather goes back to normal.
All in a day's work for Rayquaza.
Now, if you want a game with Mega Rayquaza, you'll want the Delta episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire.
How do you score a Mega Rayquaza?
First, you have to catch Rayquaza and feed it a meteorite.
Sounds delicious.
Then it will have the energy to Mega Evolve and save the world from a catastrophic meteor collision. And while that's nice and all, the real reward is that after the meteor is destroyed, Deoxys appears to battle Mega Rayquaza.
Oh snap! Rayquaza is all about keeping the peace until its rival Deoxys shows up. Then all bets are off. The rivalry between Rayquaza and Deoxys is one for the ages. Perhaps it's because Deoxys originated from a meteor and Rayquaza is just overprotective of its lunch.
Yeah, it's hypocritical, but it makes for an epic battle.
Does Mega Rayquaza have any epic battles in the video game competitions too?
Yes. Well, when it was allowed to compete, like in 2016 when Wolf Glick won the Pokemon World Championships, Glick paid.
Ooh, I've seen this. Wolf is actually he a real one.
World
He in the
Championship win by having
scenes.
Mega Rayquaza use the Sword Stance setup in Game 2.
What's the setup?
You boost Rayquaza's attack through Sword Stance. Then, it can deal a heap of damage with its signature attack, Dragon Ascent, and other moves like Extreme Speed.
Mega Rayquaza for the win.
Another Mega Rayquaza strategy worth mentioning is Assault Vest, which makes Rayquaza bulkier and flexible enough to run multiple attacks. Wolf Glick and Fabio Del Pidio both won international championships with this set in 2019.
Rayquaza has accolades in the trading card game too.
What a legend!
It's on over 30 cards and featured in 4 different Worlds decks. In 2004, Worlds finalist Chris Phillips' deck featured a Rayquaza EX. Tom Roos won Worlds in 2007 with the legendary Ascent deck that had Rayquaza EX Delta species. In 2013, it was Clément Lamberton's deck that impressed at Worlds with Rayquaza EX from the Dragon's Exalted expansion.
Impressive! Rayquaza's domination continues in the animated series. The Black Rayquaza is one of the legendary 6 heroes in the new animated series, Pokemon Horizons. It first appears in the aptly titled The Ancient Pokeball, flying out of Roy's Ancient Pokeball, the one his grandfather gifted him. Roy, his friends, and even the villain team, the Explorers, have been chasing the Black Rayquaza.
I've yet to see.
Say I blame them. The Black Rayquaza
I've yet to see the new series, and I kind of want to watch it.
is so sweet.
Rayquaza had made a couple appearances for Ash and Company prior, namely hurling a Hyper Beam in Where No Togepi has gone before, and in one of Miss Magius's illusions in Malice in Wonderland. You can also catch Rayquaza starring in the movie Pokemon Destiny Deoxys, doing what it loves to do, fighting Deoxys. Truly one of the coolest fights I've ever seen.
I'd expect nothing less from those two.
I guess all that to say is that Rayquaza teaches us balance. Sorry, Kyogre, we can't have too much water.
Yeah, and I guess Groudon could chill on the fire once in a while.
Truce?
Truce. Well, now that we've reached peace, I guess that's our cue to peace out.
Thanks for tuning in to another entry of Beyond the Pokedex.
And remember, the Pokédex is only the beginning.
Alrighty, everybody. We have another animated Pokedex series episode here with Graveler. This is edition 75. Interesting choice. It's not Golem and it's not Geodude. We got Graveler. Straight in the middle. Better watch out. If he's about to roll through the cave, this just reminds me of Crash Bandicoot, when you have to run away from the freaking rock. Yep. Ooh, Dunfan. Yep, saw it. Water? Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Got lucky. Is he eating rocks? That's it. I haven't seen much on Graveler. It's just such one of those random Pokemons to have ever. Like, people that like freaking Brock probably caught a Geodude. Okay, cool. Geodude we know about. It's iconic. It's Gym 1 vibes. But Graveler? Bro, it's that middle evolution stage that, like, no one wanted. Go straight to Golem, fam. Alrighty, everybody. We got a developer update for Season 17. Map update, stadium, heroes, and more. I heard it's very bad. I've been banned, and I'm... Ooh, actually... I might... Nah, it's a couple more days.
Dylan.
Oh, hey, have you ever wondered, like, if you stacked a bunch of peanut butter jars on top of each other, how many it would take to reach Horizon Lunar Colony? Because I think about that a lot.
Am I ever gonna play Overwatch again? Because of this ban, I've been just never thinking about it. It was just kind of crazy. Kind of sad, though.
Actually, arguably too much. Still no clue. Huh. But what I do know is that Season 17 is almost upon us, and it's all about giving you even more customization, freedom, and tools to elevate your game across all of Overwatch 2. To kick things off, let's dive into what's coming for Quick Play and Ranked before jumping over to Stadium. A brand new map joins the Quick Play and Ranked rotation as Morocco makes its debut in Flashpoint, alongside reworks to both New Junk City and Suravasa. Following the addition of hero bans, Season 17 brings map voting to Ranked, empowering you to shape your matchups in the hope of securing your preferred battlefield. So, if King...
They're doing a little bit too much, I'm not gonna lie, and then getting the idea on why so many people are hating this in the comments.
Row is one of your options, and like me, you consider it to be just the pinnacle of great map design, and you can make your voice heard. On the cosmetics front, play to win in style with the introduction of Diva's Mythic Hero skin, or siphon the souls of your enemies with Reaper's Mythic weapon. As for collabs, I'm actually not sure if I can share with you what they are yet.
G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle.
It is half of the battle, because I already know.
And of course, there's this little thing called Stadium. I may be biased, but we have some cool things coming your way in Overwatch's newest way to play. The studio doors should be locked, so I guess no one else is here to tell you what's coming. So I'll just jump right into it.
Oh, Connor, Dylan's gone. It's safe now. You can come out.
You're sure?
Yeah, it's really safe.
He's gone?
He's totally gone. I promise.
Thanks, Reaper.
Is this what it's like all the time? Can you see all of this all the time?
Yep. All right, thanks, Dylan. For our heroes in the stadium, we've got some big updates, too. Sigma, Junkrat, and Zenyatta are all entering the field, bringing fresh energy and strategies to stadium matches.
And lots of projectiles.
Step into the battle with Sigma. He's a master of gravitational might, where physics meets strategy in the most exhilarating ways. With the perfected barrier build, you'll command the battlefield like never before.
I think Stadium's a bit too much. It was cool when it first came out, but I think it's a bit too much. It's not Overwatch. And it's good that a game has a different game mode, but again, it's too much. And I think Hearthstone's also done that too.
As you craft barriers that are not just shields, but strategic masterpieces. Prefer overwhelming firepower to tactical positioning? The Orbital Bombardment build lets you rain chaos from the skies. Unleash earth-shaking accretion boulders to control crowds and dominate your opponents with ability power-fueled devastation. What will you choose?
I'm waiting for the
Under
comments.
fire?
Or relentless aggression.
With Sigma, the choice is yours, and the gravity of the situation has never been more in your control. Get acquainted with Sigma's Orbital Barrier, a mini experimental barrier that orbits around you, offering protection from multiple angles without limiting your movement or awareness. It's like having a personal shield generator that cuts off flanks and sneak attacks while you secure critical positions. Add to that Philharmonic Fortitude, which gives Sigma's experimental barrier a major health boost and automatic regeneration while deployed. No more worrying about precise timing or watching your barrier crumble under fire. It stays strong and reliable,
keeping you and your team covered. But the real game changer is Dr. Kuiper's thesis. With this item, every time your experimental barrier is active, it heals nearby allies, combining defense and support in one slick package. And with 2 barriers working simultaneously, you're doubling the healing output, making your team nearly unstoppable.
Listen up, you chaos-loving rebels. Junkrat's taking the stadium by storm, and it's about to get gloriously chaotic. With the Bango power, you'll be slinging grenades with pinpoint precision while detonating your concussive mines to bounce your opponents into the air for even greater chaos. Feeling bolder, the blasting off again power elevates the madness to new heights. Take your explosive excitement to the next level with an attack speed frenzy and ammo returns that'll keep you jumping and spamming grenades like there's no tomorrow. Be the king or queen of calamity and watch as your enemies crumble under the relentless chaos you bring to the stadium. Are you ready for the loudest, rowdiest, most explosive time of your life?
Attention! All seekers of balance and enlightenment, Zenyatta invites you to experience stadium combat in perfect harmony. With the Discord Fever power, every Discord orb you send forth isn't just a tool for disruption, it's an extension of your mastery. Deliver consistent damage over precision that will leave your enemies stunned by your grace. Playing Zenyatta is not simply about battling, it's about transforming the battlefield into a canvas of transcendental artistry. And when the moment calls for true transcendence, the Circle of Strife power unleashes Zenyatta's full potential. But this isn't a transcendence healing power, no. Instead, this becomes a force of unrelenting offense, applying Discord Orb to multiple enemies and turning you into a serene yet unstoppable force on the battlefield. With Discord Fever, Discord Orb turns into more
Seems
than
a bit
just
OP.
damage amplification tool. You'll be doing consistent ability damage, which will allow you to build on-hit effects. Whether spreading enlightenment or obliterating chaos, Zenyatta proves that peace and power are one and the same. Which path will you walk? The way of harmony or unstoppable discord?
He talks too much.
If these builds sound great to you, but you're wondering how you can ensure you get to play them, we're introducing saved builds. Yay! That's right. You can now create custom builds tailored to your playstyle and save them for future games. Want to try out a specific item combo or have a go-to setup for early or late game? Build it, save it, and access it anytime. For an even smoother experience, you can manage all of your saved and example builds directly from the new Builds tab, available in the Armory and Practice range. It's your ultimate control center for fine-tuning your heroes.
But wait, there's more. You can save builds from other players during stadium matches, straight from the Armory, the tab scoreboard, or even replays and game reports. Found a build from a teammate that's absolutely crushing it? Save it, name it, and add a quick description to make it part of your arsenal. Imagine how this feature will enhance
I thought that name was going somewhere else after the first 3 words.
not only gameplay, but also teamwork across the community.
With all these enhancements, sharing and saving your builds has never been more seamless or rewarding. Get ready to elevate your play by crafting a unique strategy or perfecting a tried and true setup. These tools ensure you have everything you need to create, organize, and share with ease.
We're also expanding on example builds. This feature now includes early game, late game, and flex categories to make selecting the perfect strategy even easier. Plus, we've increased the space for names and added detailed descriptions for every section, giving you a clearer breakdown of how to maximize each build's potential.
Again, too much.
Oh, and we've added support for new tags to easily identify and organize builds. Every component has been fine-tuned with clarity and accessibility in mind. Now, go grab your favorite hero, pick your builds, refine your strategies, and show the world what you're made of.
See you in game.
117 billion. That's how many jars it would take. Isn't that crazy? Thanks for watching. No.
You wanna get lunch?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get rowdy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you shot me in the head? Is that what you're sorry about?
I'm not gonna lie. I was had a water gun fight with like 10-year-olds. And I think that was my aim, and I feel pretty bad.
Introducing saved builds.
Yay.
Yay! Yay!
I felt goated.
That's right. Sorry.
I felt like I had aim hacks. Alrighty team, we've got Overwatch 2 and G.I. Joe. The greatest American hero. Gameplay trailer, let's go. Not gonna lie, the skins actually look pretty clean. But they are missing someone, and I forget her name, but overall, it's pretty clean. I wasn't a huge G.I. Joe fan at all. I just know it from the commercials.
Forces have stormed Midtown, their sights set on total domination.
That's a good skin for Genji.
Strike back. I will avenge this insult. Will Cobra rise, or will the Joes turn the tide? The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Cobras!
Saying goes, knowing is half the battle.
Like, look at those skins, man. Cobra wins so all day, every day. Alright. Ooh, this is a long one. Alrighty, everybody. We have the Ghosts of Karesh, which is the next patch for patch 11.2. This is the first look for World of Warcraft, and the longest video today to react to, and it's our last before we get on it. I've seen some of the stuff on TikTok, but yeah. Let's see what we got. I just want to know where the zone's actually going to be put.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wowcast. Today we're going to talk about the next major content update, Ghosts of Karesh. To help us uncover what's in store, I'm joined by two developers who helped bring Karesh to life. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead encounter designer.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer, and I was also the point on this content.
First things first, what is Karesh and why now?
So Karesh isn't a new term to us. You know, way back in Burning Crusade, we first heard about them when we met the Ethereals in Netherstorm. And you know, they told us tales of...
We have a, because patch 11.1.7 just came out, the Lore Walker Cho things that we can do, time walking questing basically. There was one for the Lich King and Xalatath, but there was also one for the Ethereals, and it gives us a lot of background information going into patch 11.2. I strongly suggest actually doing that quest line, or if you don't want to, then you can check out my video on my YouTube channel, which we've already shown the whole thing. And I also suggest the Xalatath one as well, because it's a little bit more information on it. But the Ethereal quest line was absolutely painful to do. It was very boring. Just a heads up.
A beautiful arid homeworld for the Ethereals until Dimensius the All-Devouring came and consumed their world soul. So we helped the Ethereals get revenge in Netherstorm, and we thought the matter was finished. And for the first time here in Ghosts of Karesh, we'll be stepping foot on what's remaining of that planet, this shattered, void-touched land, because we've heard that evil forces are trying to resurrect Dimensius the All-Devouring, and if that happens, the Ethereals are toast, and then Azeroth will be next.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good for us. So, who's gonna help us try to stop Dimensius?
You know, with a threat like this, it's all hands on deck. Within the last major content update, Illyria sort of took a step back and undermined, but she'll be here front and center with her old mentor, Locust Walker, as he brings us to his old home planet. And the eager players among us will have already gone through the content.
This is what they're talking about, that what I just talked about. Okay, so it's a portal type of zone, different world vibes. Got it.
And Legacy of Erethdor, where there is a feature called Lore Walking, which gives hints to sort of the content that's coming up here in Ghosts of Karesh. In there, we learned that Venari and the brokers are interested in helping. Not only that, they brought their entire city, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market, from the Shadowlands and placed it here right in Karesh. So we'll be able to use that as a home base. We're going to gather as much help as we can so that we can face Dimensius in the raid, Manifold.
That's kind of cool.
I'm excited to see Venari. I know a lot of other people are too. You mentioned the raid. Can you tell us more about that, Drew?
Absolutely, there's a lot to talk about. So our raid in Ghosts of Karesh is Maniforge Omega. It's a giant facility that's been built up on the planet to harvest cosmic energy. We're going to be fighting our way in and through it to take on Shadowguard's Ethereals, who are trying to revive Dimensius. While we're in there, we'll face down with an army of Ethereals still being wrapped, the creature they're harvesting silk from, and even a mysterious council of demon hunters that have found their way onto Karesh. Oh, and of course, it's going to end with a cosmic level battle with Dimensius, who is the biggest raid boss we've ever made.
How big are we talking?
I've seen this and it looks so cool.
Sized?
What?
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of boss mechanics in the raid?
One that I think is really cool is actually our intro. Like I mentioned, this is a giant mana intake facility, and we're actually going to come in through the pipe where they've taken the mana. We're actually going to utilize a artifact cloak we're introducing in Ghost of Koresh, the Reshi Wraps, to turn ourselves into energy and trick the filtration system. So our first boss encounter is against a warden that's overlooking these pipes, and we're going to need to go in and out of energy forms to survive.
I'm excited for my druid to have another artifact. So let's break down Reshi Wraps. What's the fantasy behind them?
We wanted to give the players an upgradable artifact that had a visible component for transmogs, of course, because that's the true endgame of WoW, but didn't interfere with any tier sets. So the Reshi Wraps are an artifact cloak that helps us turn our bodies from corporeal into an energy form. You know, a very powerful person within the campaign helps us gather these ethereal artifacts and coalesces them into the Reshi Wraps. And it turns our bodies into energy form and basically allows us to see the world through the ethereal's eyes. With this, we'll be able to interface
That's
with
kind of cool.
an outdoor activity called phase diving, which allows us to enter untethered space, which is an entirely different way to look at Koresh. It's an overlay that introduces new creatures, new objectives, new world quests, you know, new mechanics.
We've seen this before with Korthia and a lot throughout the Shadowlands. The exact same zone, the exact same map, the exact same everything, except a different look into a different world using an item that just changes the zone and the map's mobs and mechanics and things to collect and do. So you're basically rehashing and reusing again.
And
in multiple
the Reshi
ways.
Wraps, it sort of interfaces with so much content across Ghost of Koresh. You can use it in the open world, you can use it in the dungeon, you can use it in the raid, and in delves as well.
Seeing the world in the eyes of ethereal sounds really, really cool. You mentioned delves. What is the new delve coming to Ghost of Koresh?
So we have a new delve coming in Ghost of Koresh, and this is called the Archival Assault. It takes place in the Azure Vaults and Dragon Isles. You might be familiar with that place, but this time it's chock full of ethereals, ethereal pirates, some brokers, and they're plundering the place, and we're going to put a stop to that with our buddy Brand. You'll be able to take advantage of your Reshi Wrap to unlock unique challenge gateways. They might have boss rushes or unique challenge rooms and need the cloak to access them. Additionally, we're doing a little bit of a social feature in here where you'll be able to see your friend's presence. They might be able to leave you messages. You see their ghost running around where they died, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
So I can make fun of my friend dying in a certain place.
And speaking of dying, let's talk about our nemesis for this season.
Okay.
You might be familiar with her. Her name is Nexus Princess Kaiveza. You have unfinished business with her in Erebar. She's got a whole new bag of tricks for you. She's not going to hold back this time, and it's a 1v1 scenario, so buckle up.
That's so exciting. I loved her fight in Nerebar Palace, and so I was always wondering where she vanished off to, because you don't actually defeat her. Let's head back to the outdoor world. What can we do on Koresh?
Yeah, there's two major systems. You know, the first one is called ecological succession. When we met the ethereals for the first time in Netherstorm, the two things that I noticed were their energy forms and their really cool ecodomes, right? These systems that allowed them to create biomes inside that didn't match what was outside. And here, basically, you'll be helping run one. Venari is trying to bring life back to those shredded parts of Koresh. And with that, she needs your help to fill it with animals and creatures that really thrive in the Koresh
That's a cool
ecosystem.
model.
What this means is that she'll ask you to go back to previous zones, get animals, and experiment and see if they can survive in the Koresh ecosystem, and then release them to create a thriving ecology. Think of it as like a void Jurassic Park, where you're just like trying to make sure that this beautiful place can thrive. The other feature I want to talk about is phase diving. I already mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about the Reshi Wraps, but it's basically an overlay across all of Koresh, where you get to switch to energy form and enter untethered space to access a whole slew of new content. You can expect to see anything that you normally see in the outdoors, you know, treasures, rares, lore objects, all that. But there's also things that are unique specifically to phase diving. One of the features that I can talk about here is called warrants, where you're going to be helping the constable of Tazavesh hunt down notorious monsters.
I'm looking forward to also building my own ecosystem. That sounds so cool. Anything with animals, you got me sold. Earlier we spoke about the new raid. What else is coming to Season 3?
Oh, there's a lot to talk about here. So first off, we have a new dungeon coming with Ghost of Crash. It's called Ikodomodani. It's very important to the Ethereals. It's a 3-boss dungeon. We're going to be fighting through devourers, invading one of these places, eating some of the wildlife stuff I talked about earlier. That's bad. We're also going to be fighting off a force of wastelanders that have taken over this place. We're going to fight our way through and figure out why they want this place. One more note with this dungeon is it'll be immediately available on normal, heroic, and baseline mythic with the update on Ghost of Crash.
I think the really cool thing about Ikodomodani too is that the canonical route that the storyline takes place is the campaign, the raid, and then Ikodomodani. And that's not a thing that we do often, you know, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react to this cadence.
So what are the dungeons in the dungeon pool?
Oh yeah, let's dive into that as well.
I've seen it and it's awful.
Let's talk about the returning ones first. So we're going to head back to Revendreth and visit our friends the Venthyr in the Halls of Atonement. The next two,
Shit.
like Steph mentioned, Tazvesh is coming back, so we said Tazvesh should come back.
Of course.
That was a mega dungeon when it was first introduced, so we're going to break it in 2 pieces, of course.
Super shit. Both.
We're going to have Tazvesh Streets of Wonder, where we're actually fighting through the markets and bazaars and streets of Tazvesh, chasing down Celia. And then we'll have the second half, which is Celia's Gambit, where we're chasing him through portals and eventually having our final showdown. Tazvesh will also be returning as a mega dungeon experience in Ghost of Crash. Starting with Season 3, you'll be able to play it in hard mode as the baseline mythic difficulty. It'll have increased challenges, hard mode mechanics, and really awesome rewards. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, we also had a community vote for the last 4. What were the winners?
Yeah, it was really cool to see what players' favorite dungeons were in the War Within, and the 4 that players chose were...
First of all, there's no way people voted for this shit. Because I see everywhere on the forums, everywhere in game chat talking about it, on social media, no one wanted this.
Operation Floodgate from Season 2.
Floodgate's aight, not great.
Going back to punch some goblins. Priory of the Sacred Flame.
Who? Who wanted this? Bro, it's so bad.
Just awesome Hollowfall vibes throughout. And then we're going to round that out with 2 dungeons from Season 1 of The War Within, Arakara, City of Echoes, and the top.
City of Echoes is aight, 'cause it's just really easy. But this, who wanted this? Priory and Dawnbreaker.
Just quick note for the Season 1 dungeons, we are going to take a pass, you know, on the visuals, the combat pacing, the cast times, the number of abilities even, to make sure they're aligned with Season 2 dungeons.
Are there any other important notes for players to know about for Season 3?
Actually, not directly Season 3 related, but on the day of the update for Ghost of Crash, you're going to have access to non-bountiful delves and all Season 3 dungeons for heroic and mythic, baseline mythic difficulties. That means there will be Season 3 tuning in there, but also Season 3 rewards, so you can get yourself a head start. Of course, Mythic Plus and the raid will open the following week, but you should have plenty to sink your teeth into on day 1. And oh yeah, one more thing. We've heard feedback for a long time now about how dungeon checkpointing works, especially in like Mythic Keystones where your timer's ticking down and whatnot. We're going to revisit our philosophy there on how long a run back is and when they unlock, and we actually want to visualize some of this in game through what we're calling waystones. So as you unlock checkpoints, you'll have an icon on your map, and you'll also have these stones that warp in and show you, if I release, this is where I'm coming back. I don't want people asking that question anymore.
That is so exciting because I can't remember for the life of me every checkpoint in a dungeon, so thank you guys. And what about class sets?
Yeah, there's new set bonuses.
These are cool. I'm not gonna hate.
For Omega, we're trying something different with the set bonuses. Up until now, they've been focused on your.
They're really cool,
class.
all of them.
With this update, we're actually going to target your hero talents. So,
And of course, you're always gonna find a set that's better than others, but nonetheless, all these sets look cool, and even what they do are really cool as well, which he's about to speak about.
in my case, I play an Arms Warrior, play Colossus. I'll have bonuses targeting Demolish, but also have spec hooks if I'm like a Prot Warrior versus an Arms Warrior to make sure that they're still competitive. We got you on the spec level, but we're targeting hero talents.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and players can look forward to a lot of class updates as well. You know, a lot of talent updates for specs such as Brewmaster Monks and Unholy Death Knights. Now, along with Season 3's PvE content, there's also a new PvP season. There are several PvP talents that are being updated as well. And for those of us who like outdoor world PvP, there is an entire island called Vanquisher's Wake.
I'll be avoiding that.
And I'll be there.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for in this update?
For me, I'd have to say it's Dimensius. That's going to be a cosmic level encounter. There's planets blowing up. It's awesome. Huge laser beams, you name it. Additionally, I think we have a really awesome dungeon pool this season. I'm excited for players to
No, so bad.
I am also really excited about Dimensius, you know, like such a glow up from the blueberry that he was before.
Baby blueberry.
But the thing that I'm most excited about, we're in the War Within, and the War Within is part of the World Soul Saga, a trilogy of expansions that, you know, like interweave their story all throughout. And so the campaign and the story within Ghosts of Koresh will matter so much more to the next expansion than it has ever done before. I'm really looking forward to seeing how
So this is the last
play the campaign
season.
and absorb the story.
I'm excited for everything you guys have mentioned. That's Ghosts of Koresh, the void-touched major update coming to the War Within. Thank you, Steph and Drew, for hanging out with me and putting all your hard work into this update. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you in Koresh.
So this is the last patch. Maybe not the last patch, but the last season of content to come to the War Within, which is good because I'm dying for the new expansion to be able to start fresh again because, yeah. All right, back to WoW we go, but we gotta get sound on, and I gotta figure that out. There we go. Alright, so let's log in. I got a lot to do, but I'm going to start with Midsummer Fire Festival because it's been a couple of days and I've missed it, but I've got good news. Got some good news. I think. I hope. I pray. I pray it's good news. But let's go ahead and double check everything before we start, and then we'll get on into it. But again, Midsummer Fire Festival is going to be today's focus. If I can do other stuff, I will. I've got a to-do list of things already, so let's just hope we are good to go. But because I've set like a whole night on Midsummer Fire Festival, I'm actually looking forward to it this way. I don't have to force myself to like have to do other stuff now. I can just focus on this. Let's actually not transmorph. That would have been stupid because I want to keep this outfit on. I do need Molly. Nice. I'm assuming that dickhead did not do the helm, by the way. He didn't. Cool.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Alright, what is this? I don't need it. Alright, we'll vendor that.
My directive has been fulfilled.
Looking for someone to craft. And then we'll get started. Alright, Flesh Hunter, so, alright. Miner's Headgear. Flesh Hunter. Give you a nice 5K. Oh shit. Cancel order. Almost gave him fucking 50K. Imagine if he was there. There we go. Flesh Hunter. That looks better. That was cut. Alright, let's go. Head on over. It's actually intro it here. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. The issue is I don't see Holiday Enthusiasts of the quest. Awesome, that was very quick. Get that. Mining. So I have two now. I have the pickaxe and I have the mining equipped. Cool. Go here. Get rid of the headgear. All I need is the horde now. But yeah, we're doing Midsummer Fire Festival, so I'm gonna need to get that up. And really quick, gonna be right back. Alright, we are back. Alright, well, first of all, let's go through this guide. Also, let's get my videos up as well. 1, 2, 3. So, I have a complete Midsummer Fire Festival guide. Now, I was afraid I would have to do all of the honoring of the elders, which is extremely long. I do not. I have to do some of them, but not all of them, because the original guide has what I'm looking for, and I was able to copy it. So I do have to do some of the new ones, and then I do have to do some to also get credit for the currency to buy new stuff, but we'll figure that out. Video-wise, I don't need to worry about it. So cool. I'm gonna pop open these videos, just so I know what I am able to do. Kind of get an idea on what we've done so far, and then it'll teach me what I need to do. But let's just go from this guide as well. Embrace, decorating, boom, commoner. Okay, Midsummer Fire Festival starts. Okay, special holiday boss drops for his staff and a pet drop from. Okay, the following have a much higher chance of dropping on your first attempt each day. Account-wide, very small chance it may drop since frequent. So that's the same. That's the same, that's the same, and that's the same. The following can only drop on your first attempt at a day, account-wide. There's an increasing chance to drop a new day. Okay. That's old. This is new. So there's new cosmetics, okay. The gear drop from is now item level 610, okay, don't care. Fire comes to Kazalgar, 2 new achievements, acquire honoring flames in the 4 major zones, as usual. 1 horde, 1 alliance, okay, I'll be able to do that. Several new transmogs. Those are from vendors. And then these are from Lord Ahun. Crown, is that one of those? Yeah, okay. I don't have to worry about, I don't care about the new stuff. Alright. Let's intro and then we'll go from there. kind of a good mount to do this with too. Alrighty everybody, it's your boy bringing you guys back to the Midsummer Fire Festival, a time of merriment and celebration dedicated to the hottest season of the year. We are here with a revamped and brand new updated version and guide, whatever you want to call it, on our channel. I've been doing this with all in-game events for World of Warcraft, and the main reason is I had 3 separate videos for this event alone. Meaning I had the actual guide, and in the last 2 years there was updates to it, and I'm like, if I do another updated video, that's going to be 4, and it's just like, what do I watch, where do I watch, how do I watch? Someone might only watch 1 video and they're like so confused. It's too much going on, and I'm doing that with all of our guides, so I hope this helps you. Again, I am here to give you all the information and details for the Midsummer Fire Festival, so without further ado, let's get to it. So that's the intro. Travel from bonfire to bonfire, fire, set cold. Okay, dance around the ribbon pole for an experience buff. Play games in major cities for festival rewards. This is 2024. I want the first one. Okay. Okay. So don't. Okay. I'm gonna have to use my own guide, I think, for this. I'm not gonna lie. Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, Outlands, Northrend, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Draenor, Broken Isles, BFA. I think I need to do. I think all of those were in the original guide. Dragon Isles was new. I think I have to redo that. And Kazalgar is new. I have to do that. At each bonfire, you will find a ribbon pole. Okay, that's the first thing I can do. That's cool. Because I'm going to go through my actual guide as well to make sure I get everything done. But right now I'm kind of just looking at like a online guide to kind of guide myself to making the content. But I will also speed run my actual guide to make sure I get everything as well. But we're going to start off with something simple. Yep, it's still in the same spot. Alright, first things first, I kind of want to go over some of the more important things that there's no real guide to it, like in-game, to tell you about it, but it's actually extremely important because this is a great time to level up characters. There is an experience buff at each bonfire. You'll find a ribbon pole, which is directly in front of my character at this moment as we speak. Interacting with that ribbon pole will basically connect your character to the pole, which you can see here. And then while you are doing that, you have a colorful streamer that'll cause your character to twirl very quickly. While doing this, you're also going to get a buff, which is the important part of this section of the video, which increases experience gained by 10% for 3 minutes, but this can also stack to 3 minutes every single second. So the buff stacks up for 1 hour at its max duration and can stack with rested experience as well as other experience buffs, and you can just dance and twirl around the pole. As you can see, we are at 36 minutes. We are now going to be at 49 minutes. It just goes up every 3 minutes, every second. As you can see here, we have the ribbon dance buff. Experience gained from killing monsters increased by 10%. Now, this isn't important for someone that is max level, but again, if you are planning to level up an ult, this is an incredibly important buff to get for your ult. Burning Blossom. Okay. We're just gonna go out here and find out if it's active or not. Yes, it is not active. Shit. Is it in Orgrimmar? It's in Orgrimmar. Alright, I'm finally in a zone that has it. We got the Bonfire's Blessing. Oh my gosh, why is there something in my eye? Let's just show right here. Give me a sec. What's up, Wyatt? My eye is burning. And it's so weird. And now it's extremely teary. Great. Alright, I'm finally in a zone that has the buff because I'm a bit too lazy to actually activate the buff. We got Bonfire's Blessing. This is the second, the 2 of 2 buffs that we can get. The first one, of course, being an experience buff. However, Bonfire's Blessing, your bonfire is burning hot. You have a chance to inflict fire damage on any melee, ranged, or spell attack. Now, in order to activate this buff, if a player throws a Burning Blossom, which is the currency during this event, into a festival fire, any bonfire throughout the world of Azeroth, all surrounding players within that given zone gain the Fire Festival Fury buff. Which, wait. Hold up. What's the difference? Hold up. If a player throws into a festival fire, all surrounding players will gain the scales. Okay, yes, I get that. And then, if it wasn't enough, if you happen to be at a festival flame that has been extinguished and no longer burns, which gives your faction's player 30% chance to inflict. Aha. So wait, how do you get the... wait, so one's extinguished and one's a... Okay. Do I have both buffs then? I don't even have any of the buffs now. Because my whole freaking team sucks. Alright, but this is lame. I know of a zone that I can actually get this in. Probably. I did it every year. Ashen Vale is goated for Horde. Why? It's when I'm mid-zones, like when I'm not existing in a zone, I get the buff. I'm gonna have to get it myself. We'll hold up on that then. We're gonna have to do some shenanigans here instead. Alright, let's look at my guide. Ready for the FTWitachi experiment here? Food things. Coming up with the meat I have over here. Alright, so first things first, probably the most important thing. Oh my gosh, I'm actually doing the guide in the exact same order. This is hilarious. Alright, let's do it. I knew this was next. I don't know why. Alright, first quest. We have a Festival Tail Spinner here. Of course, Horde perspective. I am in Orgrimmar, but of course, Alliance. You know where to go. A Thief's Reward. Sadly, well, not sadly, but you can do this every year and get 6 gold and 48 silver. However, I've already got the cosmetic. I've already learnt the cosmetic, so I'm just going to go ahead and complete this quest. But for those of you wondering, you can get the Crown of the Fire Festival here, which you can see on the character in my dressing room tab, but for some reason you can get this every single year. So what am I going to do with it? I mean, I could sell it, but nah. Okay, so that's done. What do I do next? Come on, Itachi, hit me up. What's the news?
Any board, head on down south, all the way.
Wait.
In Orgmar. I'm just going to go ahead and
Am I on my...
board settlement.
Oh.
So in another sense,
Uh-oh. I gotta go on an alt.
you have the clue you'll get back Fireball once, so I am still on my DVD.
Okay, I gotta go on an alt for this. Shit! You know who I'm going on, team. That's right, my mage. I hope he hasn't done it. I hope he hasn't done it. I think he's done it, but I hope he hasn't. No! Don't give me something. Don't give me something to do. Radiant Call. What is this? Meet with... No. Lore walking. No. Please. Yes! He hasn't done it! Alright, well you can probably tell I'm on my mage, which is a pretty rare occurrence for me, but it's because my main has already done this quest a long time ago. But my mage has access to it, so that's the only way I'm going to be able to show you guys this one. But incense for the Festival Scorchlings. Now this is probably the first quest you are going to be picking up during this event. It basically asks, the Festival Tailspinner wants you to take summer incense to a Festival Scorchling outside any Horde settlement. You're going to get 86 silver, a little bit of copper, as well as a burning blossom, which is the currency for this event. So I think we're going to be heading on over to Razer Hill. That's probably the best place to do it because it's the closest. This character's set up, but not really. So, yeah. Alright, so we're here just outside Razer Hill. There's a Festival Scorchling. Who would have thought? Let's give up the summer incense and collect our 86 silver, a little bit of copper, and a burning blossom. The fuck is it? Playing with fire. Is this the fucking... Is this the starting quest? Playing with fire. Wow. Is this the breadcrumb that I didn't know about?
Golf clubs off the rack.
Give me a second. Go flying like it's fucking 20 years ago. That's it. I'm trying to figure out how to intro this quest right now. It's not easy. Alright, so I've come across a Flame Eater NPC. Now, there's usually holiday NPCs in major cities, in capitals, but that give you the breadcrumb quest. But it just so happens the Flame Eaters at the bonfire encampments are the ones that are going to give you that breadcrumb intro quest. Now you can only do it once, so just giving you a heads up, but this is technically the first quest you're supposed to do. You don't even have to do it, because once you start doing quests like you normally would during an in-game event, this one will just technically disappear. But if you want your 86 silver and a little bit of copper, suggest you pick it up, and it's going to take us, you guessed it, to the event going on in Orgrimmar. Alright, we have arrived. Alright, never mind, my bad. Alright, we have arrived in Orgrimmar, playing with fire. Let's go. Alright, I think I can go on my main now. Return, right? Yeah, return. And I know it's right next to me, but I want him to go exactly to where he is. Ooh, actually, got an idea. I can get one of the buffs right now. Now, after the experience buff, there's actually 2 more buffs that you can pick up. If a player throws a Burning Blossom into a festival fire, all surrounding players of the fire will gain a buff called Fire Festival Fury, which increases critical strike chance by 3% and causes fire damage to attackers. This is a buff, and again, like I said, all you have to do is be by a bonfire, which you can see here, we're in Orgrimmar, and have a Burning Blossom to waste. And bam, there you go, the Fire Festival Fury buff. Okay, I know it gave me the buff, but come on. Alright, I guess not. But there's a way to get it. Trust. There's a way to get it. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. Pop the buff, please. Alliance, here we go. Land. Awesome. And if that wasn't enough, if you happen to be at a festival flame that has been extinguished and no longer burns, you can also toss a Burning Blossom into that extinguished fire to go ahead and re-extinguish it. Sadly, your boy ain't gonna be doing that, but if you have done that, you will get a buff called Bonfire's Blessing. Your bonfire is burning now hot. You have a chance to inflict fire damage on melee, ranged, or spell attacks. The Fire Festival Fury buff lasts for 60 minutes, and the experience buff, which is called Ribbon Dance, lasts for 60 minutes. But you could reapply those pretty easily. Again, the Ribbon Dance, dance on the ribbon pole. And then the Fire Festival Fury, which I showed you earlier as well, all you have to do is throw in a Burning Blossom single currency token into an already active festival fire. Now, the throwing a Burning Blossom into a non-extinguished... Let's redo that. Let's redo it. My bad. Alrighty. And the third and final buff is called Bonfire's Blessing. Now, if this wasn't enough with the first 2 buffs, trust me, you can get a third. If you happen to be at a festival flame that has recently been extinguished by the opposite faction and no longer burns, you can toss in a Burning Blossom to reignite that fire. Now, unlike the Fire Festival Fury, which you tossed a Burning Blossom into an already active fire to gain a 1-hour buff, or the dancing on a ribbon pole to give you the Ribbon Dance experience buff, that lasts for 60 minutes as well. This one is just a zone-wide buff. This is going to be called Bonfire's Blessing, which you can see here that I already got the buff for you, which basically gives your faction's players a 30% chance to inflict fire damage on any melee, ranged, or spell attack, increasing with level. So again, there's a total of 3 buffs. 2 of them you can reapply easily for yourself. That lasts for 60 minutes, and of course you can get a zone-wide buff called Bonfire's Blessing. Okay, cool. We did that. Back we go to the quest. Alright, we're getting through this pretty quick, which is good. And I know there's a lot more to do, so bear with me. Twilight Camp. And then it activates all the fucking quests. Okay.
Back at it again. Collected my burning blossoms. Alright.
Okay, so I can't do the intro quest on this guy, but I can get all of those. Alright. Back onto my mage we go. Mage, I think, has access to the intro quest, which it should.
Adventurer, Anthrax loyalists seek vengeance. The flames radiance in defending Hallowfall.
Alrighty, the next quest, which is technically a quest line. Again, I've completed this on my main character, which is why we're back on my mage. But you're going to be picking up a quest called Unusual Activity, which is a short quest line that is going to activate a bunch of dailies for you to do to get more burning blossoms. But without further ado, let's go ahead and head on over to a new Twilight Camp south of the Black Fathom Deeps. Now, back in the day, I didn't have access to dragon riding here, but now we do. So let's go. We're gonna get through this pretty quick. I think dailies are going to be next for me. God damn, Ashar. I mean Ashenvale, sorry. Fucking zone is so long. Alright, well, let's go ahead and kill this. Alright, we have the Twilight Correspondence. So, we are here on the left-hand side of the map of Ashenvale. And it just so happens I have the Twilight Correspondence, and we are to go over here. And I believe we can activate the Totem Goat, which gives us the Earthen Ring Guide! Let's go! Alright, let me turn in my quest. Got the correspondence for you. Give me my 5 burning blossoms. I know you have more stuff for me to do. Use the orb of the crawler. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to be doing that way over there. Alright, this top left-hand side next to Black Fathom Beats, I'm pretty sure is the place to be. Little crab vibes. Crabby. We're just basically here to spy on these NPCs and kind of get a little bit of an inside scoop on what their plans are. They don't know I'm a crab, right? They didn't just see me transform into a crab back there. No way. No chance. I'm sneaky with it. Alright. Let's go back and turn this. Wow. I'm pretty sure we have to bring back Totem Man, right? I mean, I'm here and he's not here, so. Yeah? No? Maybe so? Please? Yeah, there we go. More currency, and then speak with travel to the capital city. What capital city? Like the capital city? Oh, that's it. Oh, let's go. It's a lot quicker than I thought. Lucky I didn't use this earlier, by the way. Because this should take me to working on. Alright, we've arrived back in Orgrimmar to turn this quest in to basically give all of the information and details that we've just basically witnessed. And that unlocks a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 striking back dailies, and yes, there's 6 of the same thing. But now that we've unlocked it, I'm going to go on my Warlock to get those done. Are these? Dailies. Yeah, they are dailies. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up all 6 of these. Again, you're going to get a whopping 8 gold, 64 silver per completion, as well as a total of 10 burning blossoms, making it 60. So let's go ahead and get to our first one. Where do you want me to go? Dark Portal. So you want me to take a portal somewhere? It's definitely down below. NPC? Nope, looks like a portal with Shat you want me to take, huh? Why not the Thrallmar Mage? Thrallmar Mage or...
What do you need? May your blades...
Fucking Dark Portal, no? Alright, we are here, Hellfire Peninsula, for the very first one. Let's, click on this thing. Lay a hand on the stone. And then that summons this bad boy here that you need to wipe, and that is our first one done. Got 5 to go. That's gonna be Silithus. Searing Gorge. That's over there as well. Gustalus and Silithus. Okay, let's go do that one then. Oh, there was a fucking portal right where I was. Wow, how am I rooted? There was a portal. What am I doing? I'm so dumb. I feel so dumb right now. Yeah, I think this is all we're doing today, by the way, is this event. There's so much more to do. And I'm not even doing all of it, by the way. A lot of it, I'm getting it from my old video. So, just imagine.
Next up, when it comes to which costs next up, without let's jump onto the main and get those. Alright, next up, like I showed you on my Demon Hunter, there was
Alright, next up we are here in Ash of Vale yet again, which is where we originally found out about all of this stuff. And let's go ahead and activate the next ad. Exact same process with what we just did. Go ahead and kill it. And we got 4 left. We need Desolus. Got the height that I needed. Next up, we are here in Desolus. Same exact process. Look for one of these crystals. Click on it. Go ahead and lay your hands on it. Just go ahead and smash down the elemental. And we are now halfway done with the dailies. the problem with this one, but we'll see. I think I have to change it to old Silphus, but we'll find out. We shall find out. Which order do I want to go? I think I'm going to do that one last. So then I'm going to go Portal, oh no, Zep to Northern Stranglethorn. I think I do it the exact same order every time, though. My Dowport is on cooldown, so I'm trying to think of my easiest way to get to like Orgrimmar or Undercity. To take a Zep. Orgrimmar probably the easiest route. Maybe Tanaris, but I'll probably just get a Hearth, to be honest with you. Alright, next one is Silphus. Now, if you do not see that crystal here on your map, you do have to go to Zadormi and speak to her in order to go ahead and revert Silphus back to its old form instead of the one with the sword stuck and stabbed right through it. So Zadormi on this top right hand, there's a little chat bubble that's on your map. Go ahead, head on over there and speak to her. Now, as always, crystal, click it, and destroy the elemental. Two left, sadly. They are in goddamn Africa. Yeah, bro, this is a trip and a half. This is my quickest guaranteed way. I'm realizing, by the way, my my buff for time walking is gonna go off. I have 80 minutes left on it, and I've got so much more stuff to do this week. Perfect, I called it. Yo, there was no dragon riding when I did this guide last time. Holy shit. I'm looking at my guide to make sure what's next, but I'm skipping hell ahead now. Alright, next up we are here with our second to last daily. This is in the Northern Stranglethorn off the coast here on a little island. Nothing changes. Y'all already know the drill. Elemental slay time. And we're gonna have one more left just north of us. Not too far. But it's pretty far, but not too bad. $5K yards. Could have been a lot worse, but man, they're making us trip everywhere. What the fuck was that cut, by the way? How did I just cut to this? My guide is crazy. I have to pause it there because I don't know what I'm doing next. Stormwind! I don't have a portal. What's gonna be my quickest way out of here is the question. I gotta get back to Orgrimmar. If y'all got some tips, hit me up. Usually I'm the portal master, but I can't think of any way to get to Orgrimmar right now. Alright, this one being the most annoying. We are in Searing Gorge, and you have to actually go inside this stupid cave to this one. So, yeah, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. This is probably the most annoying of the bunch. Oh, great. Can't even use my freaking portal. And there it is. The crystal that we shall click on to kill another elemental. Yet again. I don't know the lore behind all of this, but... Oh, never mind. But I don't know the lore behind all of this, but yeah. The frigid, frosty boys. Gotta slay them all. Alright. Wormhole? Kazalgar? Where the fuck? I have never used this one. Where the fuck is it gonna take me? Oh, I can choose. Isle of Dorn. Bro, yes, let's go. And then go to Dornagal and... Bro, I'm there. Goated. I told you, I'm the portal master. Speaking of fastest way to Orgrimmar, let's go. Please tell me my portal's still here so I don't have to actually reactivate it and I can just go boom pow. That's not mine. But it makes sense for it to disappear. Alright, we completed them all. Let's go ahead and turn them in and collect, I believe, a total of 60 burning blossoms. Let's freaking go. Alright, next up is the Master Flame Eater dailies. Now, torch tossing, not a daily, but it will activate one. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the way first. Win the torch tossing game, then speak with Master Flame Eater. Alright. Torch tossing game, extremely easy, by the way. Can I do both? Nope, that's torch catching. My bad. Alright, let's go. Gotta go ahead and stand next to the flame here and just go ahead and toss it to every single brazier that gets lit. Turn it in. 5 burning blossoms added. But now, we've got the daily activated, which again, on a daily basis, 23 gold and 5 more burning blossoms. So let's go ahead and do more torch tossing. Again, just stand next to the fire and just go ahead and toss it to whenever you see an arrow pop up. You can usually do 3 in a row and then you kind of have to skip one based off of the timing, the CD. And that's just the smoothest way that I can say to do it. I say do 3 in a row as fast as you possibly can. And the CD is going to kind of mess you up on that 3rd one. But you could get it in. You could sneak it in. But 1, 2, 3. I could do it. Ooh, I got it. Yeah, if you really want to spam it, you can. But don't panic. It's very easy. Very straightforward. And then, of course, the more annoying, I actually, when I was farming the currency back in the day, would never do this daily because of how annoying it is. But catch 10 torches, then speak with Master Flame Eater. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, you gotta go, pet, because you're gonna get in the way. Oh, this is some shit. Alright, let's go. Follow. Ooh! Wait, hold up. There's no freaking way they've just made it this easy. Nah, the shadow. You can actually see the freaking shadow, by the way. There's no way. I'm about to one-shot this. You have to basically have your character underneath the shadow. If you really want to make it easy, I suggest zooming in all the way, but shit. Well, that's what happens when you fuck it up and you have to come all the way back to this bonfire. But they've made this so much easier. Alright, let's make it. Let's do easy mode. I actually need a little bit of... That's why I zoom out just ever so slightly. Zooming in, it's a little bit too close to me. You know what I mean? Nah, I mean. And you have to do 10 in a row, by the way. You can't be sloppy with it. Alright, we gotta stick our tongue out and get focused here. I ain't doing this for the third time. And I always suggest standing in front of it. Because if you start seeing it on your screen, you can back up. I don't even know how many we've done. Is that 10? Yeah, let's go. Gang, gang. Alright, I still don't like it, but they've made that so much easier by actually making the shadow more visible. It's crazy. Alright, okay. Alright, next up, we are going to queue up for the Midsummer Fire Festival dungeon boss. This is Frost Lord Ahun. This dude's goated with the Frost Scythe, but hey, it is what it is. Your first victory per day is going to get you a satchel of chilled goods. Now, we're going to go through the loot table of these chilled goods. But of course, just like most in-game event dungeon bosses, there is going to be gear that drops at a specific item level, kind of curated to the given season that you're at. So if you're tuning in right now and this is like way in the future compared to when I actually made this video, you might be getting the same cloaks but at a higher item level. But there's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cloaks that you can get, again, with just different stats on them. You can also get a formula enchant weapon Death Frost, which is going to teach you how to perform the Death Frost enchantment for enchanting. But you can also get the illusion of Death Frost, which is going to give you the enchantment appearance effect that you can utilize at transmogs. You can also get the goated Frost Scythe Lord of Ahun's Staff, which is a scythe with an on-use ability. Let the Frost Scythe's chill flow through you. You can also get a companion pet. The item that you're going to get is Ice Chip, but the companion pet's name is Frigid Frostling. You can also get the Cliffside Wilder Drake Midsummer Fire outfit. This is, again, back in the Dragon Isles, the Dragon expansion. The Cliffside Wilder Drake was one of the drakes that you can basically change its appearance. And the Cliffside Wilder Drake Midsummer Fire is a form, and it is a manuscript that allows you to change it to give it a little bit of a more of a Midsummer Fire Festival flair, which you can see on the screen right now. You can also get, which is brand new to this year for those of you tuning in, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cosmetics. You can get Rethfuros, which is a Scorched Staff of Cinders. You can also get Rethfuros Scorched Scythe of Cinders, which is a polearm. The first one was a staff. The next one, you can get the Glasfurous Spire of the Deep Chill, which is a staff. You can also get Glasfurous Scythe of the Deep Chill, which is a polearm. So They're the exact same looks, but one's a staff and one's a polearm, just for certain classes that can use different weapon choices. And then you can also get the Crown of the Frost Lord cosmetic. And of course, alongside that satchel, you'll get 23 gold, 40 silver. So let's go ahead and queue up and get on in to the dungeon.
FTWitachi here. Alright, so we're about to go ahead and desecrate and on our own bonfire.
Oh, so that's what's... Okay. Trying to figure out what was it. I gotta start leveling up my freaking rogue, man. But at least this event doesn't last for like 2 seconds. That's gonna be the vendor. Okay. So I'm basically done. Almost. I have a lot more to do, but yeah. Shouldn't take too long to queue up, so. Okay, so we're doing Kalimdor, I see that. Then we do... We're still doing Kalimdor? And then we do Eastern Kingdoms, okay. Outlands, alright, I need to look at this. Alright, Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, Outlands. I'm assuming we get Northrend done in this video as well. I'm trying to see which ones we get done, and then I don't have to do them on my other character. I mean, I don't have to redo them. Northrend. And Pandaria. Cataclysm was in Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Alright. So then we got Draenor. Broken Isles. I hope I done. Draenor I did. Broken Isles I did. I'm assuming that is Battle for Azeroth, Kol Tiras, Zandalar. Huh. So I know I do Kalimdor. Cool. I know I do Eastern Kingdoms. Cool. Outlands was pretty straightforward. Northrend, same thing. Cataclysm. Do I do Cataclysm in... I think I did it inside this? Oh shit, that's copyright. I don't see me doing Cataclysm. I must have done it. There's no way I don't.
So.
No! Give me my guide back. Okay, so now what? I do vendor, achievements, and outro. Let's go! Alright, vendors, achievements, and outro. Nice, that's pretty easy to do. Perfect. Nice outro spot too. Alright, Midsummer Fire Festival. I can cross that off the list because we're getting it done right now. New Delves, Horrific Visions, Undermine content for the week, and Howl Fall Fishing event we can do for the later this week. Perfect. Alright, we are here. Sadly, it makes you run all the way to the boss itself, but not too bad if you have some sort of speed boost to go with. There's always those people, man, AFK at the start, unless they have hella poo computers. But they always get... Bro. There we go, now they're moving. Now they're moving. Alright, fingers crossed we get like a new cosmetic today, because I'm a little bit behind on this year's Midsummer Fire Festival by a couple of days, but yeah. Gotta go ahead and start off by killing Scarthus the Summoner, which, I mean, someone with a speed boost is gonna go ahead and get that taken care of and done. Go ahead and summon my pet, and then you gotta click on the crystal, just like those mini dailies that we did. And that is gonna summon Frostlord Ahun himself. Now you can attack Frostlord Ahun, but he has damage reduction, so it's kind of pointless. So it's just technically gonna be an ad phase until he turns into a core. And when he turns into a core, that's when he's vulnerable to get killed. People don't realize that, and yeah. And you just gotta avoid these little things. I mean, it's a holiday boss. What to expect? You could attack him though, but yeah. I mean, he'll easily die in core phase anyway. So, ooh, I didn't even see it. I'm attacking him just to technically build up soul shards. And again, you're still doing a little bit of damage while there's nothing going on, so it doesn't hurt. Alright, come on, go to core phase. My pet's dead because of your stupid ability to AoE. Pet, come back. I can't have you dying again. You can attack when he goes to core phase. It should be in seconds. Come on. Wasting time over here. Ahun. Come on, Ahun! There he is. Alright, now we just absolutely demolish this. He's so dead, bro. So dead. And then if you don't kill him in that phase, well then you're probably bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and loot up the chest, see what we got. We got a little snowball thing, but don't really want that. Let's go ahead and see what we got in here. Oh! Okay, we got the Frost Scythe, new thing, but we got one of the cosmetics. Let's freaking go. Oh, that's goated! That is so nice, bro. Now, you can see this dude here. He came to this NPC. Now, this NPC is important, especially for those of you that haven't done this yet. You can get one of 2 tabards from this NPC. Now, tabards are technically for cosmetic purposes, so once you've got it on one character, just go ahead and do it on another character and get the other cosmetic tabard and you'll be good to go. But other than that, that's pretty much it for inside the dungeon area. I'm just gonna outro, so bear with me. Alrighty team, thank you all very much for dropping by and tuning in. I hope this guide helped you, and if it did, please leave a thumbs up. And of course, share it on social media. And last but not least, subscribe. But other than that, thank you all very much for dropping by and tuning in, and I will catch you all next time. Alright, so now I gotta do vendor, and you know what, fucking, let's do achievements first, and then we'll vendor. Alright, next up, we are going to go over the achievements. Now, they're pretty straightforward, and we pretty much accomplished all of them already. We get the Flame Keeper of the Dragon Isles, which is to honor the flames of the Dragon Isles, which you can see here, which, of course, if you followed our little montage of honoring flames, then yes, go honor those flames. And then next up, you can extinguish flames in Kol Tiras. Again, for the Alliance, you'll see some other names for these achievements. For Horde, you'll see some other names because we extinguish the Alliance flames as Horde and we honor our own flames. So that's what makes more sense. But we're going to go ahead and instead of extinguishing Zandalar, we're going to honor the flames of Zandalar. You can also Flame Keeper of the Broken Isles, which are those right there, and extinguish of the Broken Isles. You can extinguish in Draenor and Flame Keeper, which is honor of Draenor. Extinguish in Pandaria, as well as honor the flames of Pandaria. You can extinguish in Outland and honor the flames of Outland. There's also a Burning Hot Pole Dance achievement. Dance at the ribbon pole for 60 seconds while wearing completed Midsummer set. The Midsummer set is what you get from the vendor. Wear it, go ahead and dance on the pole for 60 seconds and you'll get that achievement. Extinguishing Northrend and honoring the flames of Northrend. You can honor the flames of Cataclysm. King of the Fire Festival, complete the quest, a Thief's Reward, by stealing the flames from your enemy capital cities. Which again, steal the flame from the enemy capital cities. So, you've already seen that. Extinguish Eastern Kingdoms, as well as honoring Eastern Kingdoms. Extinguishing Cataclysm, and of course, honoring Kalimdor and extinguishing Kalimdor. You'll also be able to get the Ice the Frost Lord achievement by slaying Ahun himself. Torch Juggler, juggle 40 torches in the seconds of Dalaran and 50 seconds of Dalaran. Basically, you can buy torches and you don't have to follow the shadow. You can just spam click torches and juggle them. Pretty easy. And then of course you can Desecrate of the Alliance, which you can see here, which is the meta achievement for extinguishing. And of course the Fires of Azeroth, which is the meta achievement for honoring. And of course there's a new one that I have yet to get, but I've already shown it in this video because I've shown it to you guys already, but of course is honoring the flames of Khaz-Dogar. And upon completing that, you will be able to get the meta achievement, the Flame Keeper. Completing these achievements will give you the title, Flame Keeper. Alrighty, as you guys know, my favorite thing of every in-game event in World of Warcraft is, like, the vendors. I mean, the vendors are the goats. They're the ones that sell all the cool stuff that you want to collect. Again, Burning Blossoms being the currency. As you can see here, we have that bind on account gear upgrades. You can buy a Fiery Festival brew. This strongly spicy alcoholic beverage will set your breath on fire, and it literally will set your breath on fire. It's basically like a cosmetic drink. However, it requires Midsummer Fire Festival, so after the event's done, it'll be gone. You can get a bag of s'more ingredients, which creates 5 toasted s'mores when used at a cooking fire, but again, not a collectible. The Toasted Smork increases spell power by 14, requires Midsummer Fire Festival. The Midsummer Sausage, if you want the glizzy, that's going to increase your haste by 9. Again, requires the event. The Fire Toasted Bun increases crit by 6, requires the event. And the Elderberry Pie increases dodge by 6 and requires the event. You can get a Fire Eater's Hearthstone, which is a collectible Hearthstone toy. You can get the Igneous Flameling Battle Pet. You can also get another toy called the Flaming Ring of the Fleshiness. Couldn't read there for a second. You can also get a set of matches toy. There's a Captured Flame Battle Pet here as well. You can also get another toy called the Brazier of Dancing Flames. You can get the Burning Defender's Medallion toy as well, which turns you into a cool fiery defender. You can get the Blazing Cinder Crawler Companion. You can also get a Cozy Bonfire toy. And cosmetic-wise, you can get the insulated dancing insoles, which is a toy. And now starting off with the cosmetic, sorry, you get the sandals of summer. You can get the Fire Festival baton, which is a toy. Another cosmetic is the vestment of summer. Another cosmetic is the mantle of the Fire Festival, which is shoulders. You can also get the helm of the Fire Festival, which kind of a weird helm if you ask me. You get the summer cranial skillet, which is a toy. You can also get, which is the handful of, let's redo this whole fucking thing. Oh, I've messed this up so much. Wow, those are expensive. Alright, my favorite thing with any in-game event is the vendors. And does this vendor sell goodies? Yes. Starting off with the back pages, you have the bind on account upgrades. You'll also see a couple of items that require the Midsummer Fire Festival, which are stat buffs and just cosmetic buffs. Fiery Festival Brew, which will make you breathe fire. The bag of smork ingredients, which creates 5 toasted smorks when used at a cooking fire. You can also get a spell power buff for toasted smork. You can get a haste buff from the glizzy midsummer sausage. You can get a critical strike buff from the fire toasted bun, and of course a dodge buff from the elderberry pie. You can get a Fire Eater's Hearthstone toy. You can get the Igneous Flameling Companion. You can also get another toy called the Flaming Ring of Flashiness. You get another toy called the Set of Matches. Another companion called the Captured Flame. You can get the Brazier of Dancing Flames toy. You can also get the Burning Defender's Medallion toy. Another companion called the Blazing Cinder Crawler. You get a toy called the Cozy Bonfire. You get the Insulated Dancing Insoles, which is a toy. You can get a cosmetic called the Sandals of Summer. You can get the Fire Festival Barons toy. You can get the Vestments of Summer cosmetic, which is the robes that I'm wearing here. You can also get a cosmetic for Mantle of the Fire Festival, which are these shoulder pads, which have a fire flare glow. You can also get the Helm of the Fire Festival cosmetic, which is, to me, kind of a weird one. You can also get a toy called Summer Cranial Skillet. You can get the Handful of Summer Petals, which showers a nearby target with Cascade of Summer Flowers. You get the Juggling Torches, which are used for an achievement. And of course, you can get the Mantle of Midsummer Backbling, which you can see here. And of course, the Shield Midsummer Safeguard, which you can see here. And brand new this year, you can get the Grand Belt of the Fire Festival. You can also get the Grand Helm of the Fire Festival. Oh, that looks a lot better. Still kind of weird. And of course, the Grand Mantle of the Fire Festival. It's basically an upgraded HD 4K Ultra Uber Duber plus set of the Fire Festival. That's what I'm seeing out of this. Let's go. Alright, so what do I actually have to get? I do not care for those. Can't collect any of these. Got it, got it, got it. Got it, 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 got it. Got it, got it. So there's 3 that I see. Juggling Torch. Got it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cosmetics. If I could type, that would be great. We're not done at all, but I want to go to the bank to make sure that's all sorted.
What's up?
So we started with Christmas. Again, these should all be soulbound. That is to the next event and the next event. Here's Midsummer Fire Festival. Okay. So I can get this one now. So we have the Vestment of Summer, which is a Warbound cosmetic. So I can put that in the Warbound thing. Same thing there, and same thing there. But this is soulbound, so no. But I don't want that. None of these are for Midsummer Fire Festival. Same here. And same here. And then this is just all my collectibles. So I would be putting in chest, shoulders, and feet. And I don't think there's anything else. Everything was learnable. As a cosmetic or a toy or a companion. And the helm, I think, was learnable. I know the one from the quest was. This one is too, it's already known. These are, okay. So we're looking good. So there's 4 cosmetics for me to collect. Alright, what's next?
Part 2 to Midsummer Mighty Act and 3 is the third vendor, the Lashiness. And the next, that drag go ahead. Which one's in check anyhow. Well, the business help cinematic this one here for the app I collect. Next, so pretty much about off.
So I gotta go do the Dragon Isles. Alright. We can do that. We gotta go do Dragon Isles and Kazalgar, basically. Dragon Isles because... yeah. To match the rest, and in Kazalgar... because it's new. Don't think there's much else left. And then I gotta see what I want to do with... yeah, okay. Where do I want to start? Azure Span. Alright, let you fly. Looking at another guide. Again, I had 3 videos. Okay, it's all good. Winter? No. I'm just gonna go in-game event and we'll look at it in a bit. I wanna see how I'm doing my videos. Like, if it's a toy, am I getting the looks or no? You know what I mean? Dastardly Duos, don't care. Horrific Visions, don't care. Hellfall, Nightfall, don't care. Noble Garden, yes. Undermine, don't care. Undermine, don't care. Love is in here, yes. Lunar Festival, yes. Plunderstorm, don't care. Winterveil, yes. Siren Owl Storms, don't care. Siren Owl Major Excavations, don't care. Winterveil, yes. World Soul, Memory, Radiant Discord. Oh. Okay, now everything post to that I don't care because I need to redo them. Okay. I'll look at all those guides later. Alright, let's start with this. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there only 5? There's 6. Oh, Zarlet Caverns has one. Okay. Oh, I need to get rid of my webcam and stuff too. I'm gonna still talk to you guys in the background, but yeah, there we go. Let's go.
Greetings. I hope to see you again soon.
Alright. I might as well do it this way then. If we did that, let's go. We're going in RM planes, so. I said Onarin plane. And then I said Waking Shores. It's not that one then, huh? Valdraken is after this. I think it's Wormhole. Yes, Dragon Out, Wormhole. Why did they spell it that way? I'm gonna use that to take me to Xanda. Forbidden Reach.
Good fortune.
I can probably use a portal. To get me there. this one is going to be Zarlet Caverns. I'm assuming that's the correct button.
The Jordan Elders are warlords of great cruelty. Killing them will not be
Oh shit, I'm here.
calling use our flight sovereigns in their rituals. Reclaim them and show them what those weapons are truly capable of.
He shook up a real treasure with this one. I know it. Get in there and see what it is.
And the final one. Yay. Alright, now I gotta do the same thing but with these guys. And there's only 4. Because all of... I'm not doing Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms, Outlands, Northrend, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Draenor, Broken Isles, or Battle for Azeroth. Because I've done those and I have the footage for it. And then Dragon Isles, I had the footage for it, but I went to each one and spoke about it because it was new. I'm gonna do that for Khazalgar's location, so... we'll go get those done right now. Alright, I can bring myself back.
The ruins of Dalaran hold more than just debris. They conceal invaluable arcane tomes. Our mission is to retrieve them before they're lost to history.
I am gonna have to do, dailies and stuff. I'm gonna see how many of those cosmetics I want to get. And I'll kind of... I know I'm not gonna get all 3 of them or 4 of them. I think it's 4. I'm not gonna get all 4 of them, so... Alright, and with the final 4 bonfires, I'm gonna bring you guys here with them because they're brand new this year. We have 4 in the Khazalgar zone for the War Within. Starting off with the first one in Isle of Dorn. We are here, of course, in Dornegal to get this one done. So, major city vibes, dead center, and I will catch you guys at the next one. We will be heading on over to the Ringing Deeps. I'm assuming they're just going to be at the main spots, yeah. Took us a long time to get all the content done today, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of editing too, so it'll be out in a couple of days, but bear with me team, we shall get it done. And all of the other Midsummer Fire Festival videos, all 3 of them, they will be deleted.
Says pipe's leaking again. Fly up. Clear them shut.
Alright, next one. I've just realized, by the way, they're gonna be in all of the major cities of each zone. Just like the majority of these, but straight up. Where the renown is where you're gonna find these bonfires. Meta, 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 meta. This character's got it. This character's got it. Meta. This character's got it. Meta, meta, meta. This character, meta, meta, meta. This character, meta, 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 meta. meta. This character, meta. It will be this character, and then this will also be a meta. Alright, cool.
Get the zoomies and misbehave. Take one for a run before it maims someone.
Gonna be up here. There it is. Alright, we are here in Hollowfall now, leaving us with the last zone, Ashkahet. But again, of course, where you would think, renowned city. Whoops, that was my fault. I paused that. Shit. I'm dead. Never mind. I usually go around, but I got slowed, so let's just go this way. And the fourth and final one here, giving us the achievement. We are at the Weaver's Lair. Alright, before we head on out, let's double check all of our content here, making sure we've got everything done. That is everything. Alright, cool. Done with the Midsummer Fire Festival achievement. I'm gonna go to the vendor in Orgrimmar to kind of just get a little bit of a rundown on what I want to do. That quest, that's for elves. So yeah. Got a lot more to do this week, so stay tuned. But, I'm gonna kind of see what I want to do. I know you don't get a lot of the currency from the dungeons. I can't just spam the dungeon to try to get like one or two of those items. Also, the items kind of cost a lot. So, I'm gonna have to do dailies. I probably skip out on the shield again this year. Because I don't want to force myself to get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Helm and shoulders are like a for show. Shield, I won't even be able to use it. But then there's a belt. So that's 700. Let's just try to get one. Well, let's do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This day will not count. What if I do 60 times 9? 540 plus 235 That's 775. That gives me enough to get both. You know what? Dailies on a daily, and I should be fine. And I'm talking about all of these dailies and all of these dailies, and I should be fine to get everything that I need. Besides the shield, so that's kind of good. But until next time, team, I'll catch you tomorrow.